Okay, my first question for you is what do you find most rewarding about studying or working in the field of accountancy?
I think studying accountancy because it is very like structured. There is uh clear cut answers, and there are always like fundamentals to follow through. For example, for tax, we have the Singapore tax standards. Or audit, we already know like what are the assurances. So I like these things where I have definite answers. And then understanding a business financially was is really insightful to go and learn. And finally, they always say that accounting is an industry that will not die because all companies need accountants to survive and ensure that they will last for the long term.
Okay, thank you. So for my next question for you is what aspects of accountancy do you find challenging?
Um, I think accountancy is challenging because it is changing now. So, for example, accounting is not just bookkeeping, but now there's a large focus on like uh, inclusion of AI in the future job scopes as well. And so I had to learn about data analytics, and even machine learning as part of my course of study. So I thought that was challenging because I didn't expect to go into those topics.
So how do you overcome like these challenges?
Uh, I think I do a lot of self learning on my own, or I'll use ChatGPT to further my learning. If not, it's just like clarifying in school with my lecturers or working with my friends.
Nice. Okay. So now I'm gonna ask you about things that will help us structure the onboarding process of our apprenticeship program. So what do you wish you had known before beginning your journey in accountancy?
I think the same thing as earlier. I wish I had known that accountancy is not all about bookkeeping. It's more challenging now because we have to work with AI, and you have to work with more data analytics. Accounting is not just like inputting numbers, but it's more like problem solving. Yeah. So I wish I knew that before entering because it was a bit more challenging than I thought.
I see. So what type of mentorship or support do you find most helpful when you start a role in accountancy?
Since I'm going for an internship soon, I think it would be helpful if there's a very structured way of teaching. For example, they have like documents that they pass to all the interns so they can self learn first. And I also think it's helpful to have like a supervisor that or or a colleague that I can clarify my doubts with after doing my own self study. Yeah, I think that would be helpful.
Okay, thank you. So now I'm going to move on to motivation, engagement, and personal interests. This will help us with structuring the apprenticeship program again and to see how we can make it engaging to our candidates. So what motivates you to stay engaged and committed to your accounting studies?
Um, I guess I'm committed because I do want to secure a good job in the future. Um, like what constitutes a good job nowadays isn't just the pay, but actually how long you stay in the company because a lot of people are getting retrenched or replaced or their roles become redundant. So I would hope for a good balance between like compensation, work-life balance, and um, also being able to work with a company for long.
Mm, okay. So can you help me rank these functions of accounting in accordance to the one that you are most interested in pursuing? So it will be tax, audit, and advisory. Number one, like rank one is the one that you're most interested. Number three is like the least you're interested. So for your first one,
Yeah, my first one is tax,
tax. Okay.
followed by advisory, then audit.
Okay. So why do you rank in this way?
From what I've heard, specializing in tax is very niche and quite challenging. So that's why not a lot of people want to do it. But it is rewarding because from what I've heard from my lecturers, like tax specialists, they do earn more. And Tax is also very black and white. When I
Mm.
learned tax in school, there were a lot of rules to follow. And granted, it is hard to keep up, but as long as you stick to the rules, it will help you like with the tax computation. And all companies will require like a tax specialist to um, like lower their tax expense. Yeah.
Okay, what about advisory? Why is it second for you?
Um, Advisory, I think it covers like quite a lot. From what I've heard, there's like in insolvency, like when companies close down, or also like when companies want to improve their internal processes. So because there's quite a wide range of things to do, I think that's quite interesting. And not a fan of audit because I think it's very common. In fact, for
Mm.
our internship, most roles that I saw on the portal were for audit. And also, like, audit is known for having long working hours. And some people say it's not as rewarding because it can be very repetitive. And maybe after a while, like, I won't learn so much anymore.
Okay, I see. Very valid answers. So what are your long-term career goals in the accounting field?
Um, Initially, I wanted to start out in the big four. I think that's a common goal for a lot of people. And then
Mm-hmm.
hopefully transition to maybe more specific roles or transition to finance. Or best would be to get into a MNC. I heard that it's a stable path.
Okay. So what is your preferred learning style? There is practical hands-on, theoretical classroom-based, and hybrid.
Quite hybrid.
Why so?
Mhm. I think it's a good balance of that in accounting right now when I'm in polytechnic. So there is theoretical, like when we learn the basics of audit, tax, financial accounting, and then hands-on when we apply what we learn in like projects or in the exam. So I think it's good to do theory to build a foundation first, and then practical to like apply your understanding.
Okay. Okay. So what do you look for in an employer within the accounting or professional services industry?
Uh, probably probably an employer who mentors as well, doesn't just assign me work and like it's not there when I need to clarify because I think this is more important when I start out in the industry. I would need like a supportive team to get on my feet first. Then I think I can become more independent after maybe like 1 year of being employed.
Okay. So how familiar are you with mid-sized accounting firms like Crowe compared to the Big Four?
Uh, I think I'm
What I
somewhat from
sorry. So how familiar are you with mid-sized accounting firms like Crowe compared to the Big Four?
uh somewhat familiar. I know a few other mid-sized firms like RSM, Forbes, Mazar, but not too sure of like the difference in their actual work.
Okay. What factors will make you choose a smaller or mid-tier firm over a Big Four firm?
Um, Probably the role because I've heard that in smaller or mid-tier firms, you're given more responsibility per like employee as compared to big firms. Um, and if I see a role that is appealing and aligns with my interest, something I can't achieve in the big four, then I would choose a smaller or mid-tier firm to go and um, learn more, like
Okay.
upskill myself.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you about our program, and after that, I'll ask you some questions about your interest in this program. Okay. So this apprenticeship program is designed as an alternative pathway for individuals who prefer hands-on learning over university education. So it offers structured on-the-job training, mentorship, and skill development within a professional accounting environment apprentices will get to work alongside experienced professionals and gain practical experience through client work. So these apprentices will also be rotated throughout different departments to see like the best fit for the candidates. At the end of the program, individuals may choose to continue their career with Crow or explore other opportunities. So they will be equipped with valuable experience and industry relevant skills. And the goal is to help develop capable, job ready accountancy professionals without the need for a traditional university degree. How interested would you be in joining such a program and why?
I think I'll be quite interested in joining the program. I do have some uh, hesitancy, but not too much. So I think I'm quite a traditional person. I still feel the need and the importance of going to university to further my education. However, I am interested because now the job market is quite tough and there are news reports of fresh grads struggling to find a job. So I think an apprenticeship program that can transition to a full-time role, if I'd want, would be uh, like a good stepping stone because you save time from the job hunt and you will also learn, which is the same thing that you'll be doing at university.
So what are some like concerns or reservations you might have about entering the workforce through this apprenticeship?
Um, Even though like Crow says that you can choose to explore other opportunities if you don't want to continue a career with them, I'm not sure how easy it would be for myself to explore other opportunities after this apprenticeship without a degree.
I see. Okay. That comes to the end of my interview with you. Thank you so much for your help, Macy.
Okay, thank you.